Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh, I like live on Monday. I think this could be a thing. How is everybody? Good morning, Ruth and Barb and Karen. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, I love camping, but I feel it by Monday morning. Well, actually, I'm feeling the trip over the fence is most of what I'm feeling right now. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's fine. It is what it is. Falling happens in camping. Usually it's in the evening after, a few adult beverages, but I haven't had any. So that is not what happened. That was just, well, like I have are they transitions? Is that what they're called? Progressives? Whatever it is, it's when you have your close up here and you're far away there. And I think I just miscalculated where that fence was. And sure enough, down I went. Oh my goodness. How are we all this morning? So beautiful here. Like legit, it's a robin's egg blue sky. And I see one cloud, but I think it's actually a wisp from a plane. I don't think there's a cloud out there. I got a new lifer bird today. It's a bobolink. Bobolink. My coffee cup. This is my two. I'm going to cover them because I didn't okay it, but it says partners in crime, and it's got myself and my two girlfriends, and then on the other side it says, just remember, if we get caught, you're deaf and I don't speak English. That's so us. So I figured I would have that. Actually, I'm finished with my coffee. I might grab a little bit of water, but oh, so how was your night? How was your Sunday night? How are you doing this morning? Yeah, I think that's perfect. We get caught. Good morning, Emma. You're lurking? All right, that's fine. Driving to get groceries. So my day is going to be chaos. As I've already packed the car, ready to go. So I have to run home, which is an hour, drop off Fritzy, get the garbage out of my car because I bring my garbage home. And then I have to drive a half hour back, which I got to go past my daughters to get home, but I can't bring Fritz because they have a dog and 3 cats. So I got to bring him home, drop him off, then come back. Oh, yeah, yard work's a killer. Yep. So I drive back to my daughter's. I'm going to sit with the baby. I'm going to let her go do something for at least an hour. Go. Get out. Go do something. And then guess what I'm doing tonight? You guys are not going to guess it, but I want you to try to guess. This is something I used to do. I used to do it 4 nights a week. It involves music. Stop that. Sorry, we're still in camp mode. Yes, line dancing. Karen, I am starting back up gardening and yard work today. Yeah, it's going to be 84 here, so stop it. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't make him stop. He hears my brother's dogs, and now he's just... I'm going to let him out real quick. Hold on. Go. He thinks he's all that. He'll come back in a second. So yes, you know me. So country line dancing, I'm so excited. I used to do it years ago, like 3 or 4 nights a week, and I was never in better shape than when I was line dancing. So my friend, you guys know Lori, her niece actually teaches line dancing. So, and it's close enough. It's only 20 minutes from my house. So we're going to start tonight. I got to find my cowboy boots. I don't know where they are. Well, actually, I think I do, but I don't know if I can still walk in them. They got a little bit of a heel. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm really excited. Sorry, I'm watching Fritzy just to make sure he's just standing in the middle of the campground, looking at the barn, barking. Because what he wants is he wants my brother's dogs to come out. And he thinks if he calls them, they'll come. Who knows what language? But my sister-in-law, my brother, they're both leaving. probably now or in a few minutes. My other sister left yesterday because she had to get Eddie on the bus to go to school today. Yeah, so this is kind of the wind down day, but I really like live coffee with Kim on Monday morning. It makes life so much easier. And because I don't know if the internet, I mean, it's probably okay here, but I don't want to have to sit and wait for it to upload and da 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 da. So here we are, live again. Still haven't decided on a name for her. I want a play on words, kind of like Pat Hedatar. And yeah, it's a lot better than editing. And plus, anybody that doesn't see me live can just see me on the replay. So that's fine. So yeah, keep thinking of names. She's purple. I want a Southern Belle or maybe a country star like Reba, but she can't be Reba because she doesn't have red hair. So yeah, purple, Southern Belle, country, something. Think about it. Violet, because she is purple. So I don't know. We'll have to think of it. Oh my goodness. My neck is sore. I think it's from that fall. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So I took Fritzy for a four-wheeler ride yesterday after everybody left. He loves it. He knows exactly where to stand. And he presses up against me with 2 feet on this leg and 2 feet on this leg, and he balances. I mean, I have my arm around him, and I go really slow, but he just loves it. He sits up, and the breeze blows his little ears. So, oh, and by the way, this hair is ice cold shower. My hot water wasn't working hair. So that happened. I had the hot water heater turned on. Everything's all hooked up, this and that. I let it heat up for 2 hours. Well, I thought I let it heat up for 2 hours. And I get in the shower, ice cold. Well, now you're already in there and you're soaking wet. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to power through this. Thank goodness it was hot yesterday. So it wasn't that bad. But whoo, it was cold. So my brother and I spent about an hour trying to set up the hot water heater. Good times. He really does take good care of me. So, success. See my tail? Success. So, I told you I created it the first time, then I tried it again, then I wrote down. Oh, sorry. Well, that stinks. So, I wrote down all my notes, and then I took my notes and I transcribed them to a Word document. And then I put away everything and I tried to make this just from my notes, and it worked. So I am ready for tomorrow night. I will email everybody when I get home or in the morning. I'll email everybody the pattern, the recipe, if you will. Hold on a second. Renee, is he right there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll email everybody. Yay, I'm ready too. I'm going to do a 4-inch hook. This is a 4.5, and well, maybe I'll stick with the 4.5. I like that size. But yeah, it's really pretty, and I figured it out, so I'm ready. Ish. But I'll make sure I email everybody the pattern before tomorrow night's live. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. So this morning, I took my phone out in the tall grass. I really got to get my good camera here. I'm trying to get a picture of that bird, my new bird. Yeah, I don't normally either. So go ahead. This one, the first one I did, is a 5.5 millimeter. Let me get this off of here if I can without turning around. So this one's a 5.5 millimeter. And this one's a 4.5. So you can see, so it's just a matter of, what size you want it to do. And if we're going to stitch them all together at the end eventually, then obviously use the same hook so they're all the same size. So we'll do that. Hold on one second. Do you like, okay, good. Fritz, come here. Come on. Oh, he's just laying on his blanket. Come on, in. Come on, in. Good boy. I don't like you out there without me. There we go. Go up on the bed and chew your stick. Oh my goodness, he's going to bark again. He is a mess. I just don't, they're moving cars out there and I don't want him out there without me. He's probably just laying right there, but yeah, so the bigger one is a 5.5. And the yarn I'm using is scrap. Is it scrap? I don't know what I did with it. I packed it to bring it home. But yeah, so I think this whole project, oh, it's so soft. Maybe I'll put them together and make a new shower curtain. Lori really liked this shower curtain, so maybe I'll just give it to her and make myself a purple one because my whole bathroom's purple. So that one really doesn't match. Well, I usually start about 2 minutes of, but I don't, yeah. Thank you. So if I put these all together and make a pretty purple shower curtain, like the smaller ones, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But if I take all of the granny squares, make them in purple and put them up there, that's a possibility. I've got to get, you guys, I'm so bad with scissors. I'm so bad with scissors. Like these, I have to hold the yarn tight and saw through it. I got to get better scissors. Oh man, it is going to be hot today. 84 degrees. I don't know about you guys, but here in upstate New York, we go from winter to summer. We have lost spring. If we do get spring, it's like the first week of May and it's rainy. And then it pops up to like 70 something, but it's only for 1 week. And then all of a sudden we go right to 84 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be 90. I'll be on my deck. I have to go back to the Amish and get more plants next weekend because I thought I bought purple and yellow, both, because they were all on the same. Hello, Lisa, how are you? So the flowers that I bought, I thought I did a pattern, like the wave petunias were purple and the daisies were yellow because they were on the same table, but the one daisy's just opened and they're kind of like a purplish, so I have to go back. You know how it is when you have a color theme and you got to get it right. So I got to go back and get a yellow plant. And then, of course, I'm going to get another planter. And yeah, you know how it is. Give me more. I have to have flowers around me. And I also have to bring, what am I thinking? Hummingbird feeder. Because I was sitting on my swing yesterday and a hummingbird went. Oh, speaking of birds. So my sister-in-law and I were sitting here. I was on my swing. She's sitting in the shade in her chair. And I see something flying towards us. And I said to her, oh, here comes a butterfly. And all of a sudden, this barn swallow comes right here and goes up like that. She started laughing. She goes, oh my goodness, I thought it was going to land on you. I said, so did I. I mean, I thought it was a butterfly because of how low it was. And it was coming right at me. And birds don't do that. So it comes right over, right up, and right here and up and over. I don't know if he was trying to see what the hell I'm doing. But I don't know. It was funny. So many birds. So little time. Let's see. Oh, the camper. Good news. No other mouse. There's no other leave behinds from the mouse. Hello, everybody. Hello, I will. From now on, I'll do like Romper Room. And I see Ruth, and I see Karen, and I see Barb, and I see Lisa. So that's what I'll do. I know I'm showing my age, but I love Romper Room. I'll get a little mirror. Magic mirror, tell me today, will all my friends have fun at play? I'll have to make up my own so I don't get a copyright. You know how that goes. I'll hold up a tennis racket instead of a mirror. I know, I'm ridiculous, but it comes from a long weekend. I'll make up my own It's got to have the word creative in it. I don't know. All right, Fritz has given up barking. He's now laying very pitifully on the bed. I got the whole camper all organized. I feel good. There's not stuff on the floor. Everything's in its place. I think I'm going to hang up a hook right there by the door to hang up my coats. Oh, and I'm going to put up a yarn wreath right there. Absolutely. I got to bring that from, I got a small one left. So I'm going to put it right here behind me. Because if I put it over here on this wall, you won't see it unless I turn it like that. So I put it here. But then you can't see my shower curtain. Or her. What the heck? Oh, Petunia. Wait. Because I have purple petunias outside. I might call her Petunia. It doesn't have anything to do with crafting, but you guys think of a crochet word that goes with Petunia. I'm trying to think. Petunia Slipknot. Petunia. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Oh, I didn't put myself live on here. I don't think I need it, right? I'm not going to go live on there. Yeah, Petunia. What's a crochet term that begins with a P? Petunia. I can't think of one. You guys do it. Come on, help me think. Petunia something. Puff stitch. Petunia hooker. Petunia puff stitch. Got it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Petunia puff stitch with a feather in her cap. I got to fix that feather. Petunia hooker. I know it's not a famous name like we did the others, but Petunia puff stitch. I like it. Come on, give me a spot to tuck this. I'm too tired to deal with this. There we go. Through it goes. Good one, Bart. Yep, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. May I introduce to you Petunia puff stitch with a feather in her cap. That's it. Fritzy, you want up, honey? He's limping. He's just not used to all this running around. I think my brother's closing up and headed home. He's going to get his motorcycle. He's this little teeny guy, and he's got this big Harley Davidson motorcycle. It's adorable. I swear I weigh more than him. He's just this little scrawny thing. And he's 10 years older than me, and he just keeps going. Fritz? Yep. Petunia puff stitch. I got to write that down. I have to write that down because you know how my brain is. Oh, man, my hands. I am not feeling bad from my fall. Just right here hurts. All right. So this is not how I'm going to send you guys the pattern. I typed it all up. So and I did. I typed it all up, and then I recreated it from my notes. Petunia puff stitch. And this is her home. She will live here in the camper with me and be my backdrop. Fritz. Oh my goodness, I hate that noise. Oh, you missed the fall story. So, Fritz, I told it yesterday. I don't want to be redundant, but I went in the garden to help my brother, and I had my arms loaded with gardening stuff. Like I have 2 knead pads, I have the trowel, I have the rake, I have my gloves, and I had the empty things from the plants that I planted. And he's got chicken wire that goes around the whole garden, and then a wire that's inside the chicken wire. And I had my transition glasses on, or progressives, whatever they are. The ones that have the bifocals is what they are. And I stepped over the chicken wire, but caught my toe on the other wire, and down I went flat. I'm talking, there was nothing there to catch myself. No, I just went flat down, landed on my hands and my knees. Oh, it was terrible. Of course, you know, his first thing is, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then he makes it, oh, that was funny. And then he admitted it was only funny because it happened to him about an hour before. So yeah, I fell, and with my back the way it is, it's not going to be my knees that hurt. It's going to be everything else because my back doesn't turn right. But I feel a little bit in my neck, a little twinge in my back, but right here is what's got it the most. But it is what it is. A little bit of Tylenol, we're fine. I don't even take that. So that will be that. Oh my goodness. I have a bee story to tell you. Yeah, well, yeah. And at my age, going down like that, it's just, one, it's never graceful, and two, so many other things. Yeah, both my crochet hands. So many other things hurt. But so let me tell you a bee story. So, of course, mine is the cool camper, so everybody sits in front of mine. So I had my awning out, and then we put a big easy up out. So we had a nice area for everybody to sit in the shade. And my brother's watching. He's facing my camper, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm watching those bees. So he's watching the bees go in and out of my. So he's like, he gets up and he goes to the barn. I'm like, what is he after? He comes back with, I'm not condoning this, but it's still, you got to tell the story because you can't make it up. He comes back with a blowtorch and some bee spray. Mind you, the bees were going in my bumper. So he gets down and he takes the cover off the bumper and he's looking in. He's got his face. I'm like, you're pressing your face where you see the bees. But anyway, he sprays in the bee spray and he waits. There's still bees going in. So he takes the bee spray, holds it up, holds it up and goes as he sprays. So he shoots a flamethrower of bee spray into my bumper, which now the flames are coming, just, little flames, but still. And I'm just sitting there watching him. I trust him 100% with everything of mine. I know he's not going to burn my camper down. So I'm watching flames coming out, and I'm just looking at him. I'm like, still burning. He's like, yeah, we got to make sure we get the whole nest. I said, okay, all right. So I just walked over and casually got the hose and brought it over to put it by my bumper. So the flame goes out, and he pokes his face. He's like, oh, the nest is further back in. So I just took the hose. He didn't get the nest. Long story short, he didn't set the nest on fire. He just my bumper. So I squirted the hose in at full power, and it blew the bee's nest out the other end. And then I grabbed the bee's nest and I threw it in the field. Long story short, no bees were harmed in this story. So they were just discouraged from living in my bumper. You may not go out. Stop it. They were just discouraged from living in my bumper. So that happened. I'm like, by the way, it's still burning. Just saying. So yeah, the bees were further in than where he reached with the flamethrower. So they were just like, dude, what are you doing? So they are alive and well and living in the tall grass away from my camper. So that happened. They were a little mad, but they were fine. I know. These are yellow jackets, but they are safe and sound. It was so funny. He goes through all that and missed them because they were like, he reached in this far and the nest was like way here. Had he gone in the other end, he probably would have gotten it, but he didn't know where it was at the time. So, so yes, all bees are happy, healthy, and living in the tall grass away from my camper. He's a riot. He's so funny. Well, I'll take care of it. Okay. Oh, well, whatever they are. What are they? They're stingy things. Man, I got stung by one a few years back. It bothered me for months, that bee sting. It just wouldn't go away. Of course, I keep messing with it. Well, wait a minute. Yellow jackets aren't bees? Oh, they're wasps. Really? Huh. Well, I call them all bees. To me, wasps are bees. Hornets are bees. They're all just bees. They buzz around. We also have the burrowing bees, the big ones. They just kind of wander around looking for wood to dig into, which they have none around here. They're wasps. Well, that's good. See, I learned something. I learned something new today. Hornets, wasps, and hornets. Either way, I don't want to be stung. When I was growing up, I was deathly allergic to bee stings. Like I almost died. So I was in front of the barn. I was about, how old are you in 5th grade? About 10 or 11. I was in front of the barn and we had some tall weeds and we had baby chickens. And the baby chickens, the mom went that way with the babies and there was one baby left and he was deep. He was so scared. So I went behind the tall weeds to save him and bring him out. And a bee got me right here. And my mom and dad were both EMTs at the time. So of course I'm crying. I got stung, and I go up and mom had to pull the bee out of my hair. So I'm sitting on the couch. She's like, here, put some ice on it. And I'm sitting on the couch. My dad was watching Adam 12. I remember it like it was yesterday. And my mom kept looking at me. And all of a sudden I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And she looks at my dad. She goes, it's time to go. I was going into anaphylactic shock. By the time they got me to the hospital, my eyes were swollen shut. My tongue was about this thick. My lips were swollen shut. So I was, and they just hit me with an EpiPen, and that brought it down. So from that day forward, for like 4 years, I had to have a bee sting kit with me. At my school, every class I went into had an EpiPack in the teacher's desk. So, and then I had to go for shots twice a week, one in each arm, twice a week. So that happened. So I'm a little leery of any type of, it was really scary, especially when you're a little kid. You don't understand what's going on. Thank goodness my parents had the training and they knew what to look for. I mean, when mom sat me on the couch, she wasn't just trying to appease me for crying for being stung. She was watching me for a reaction, and I'm glad she did, because obviously she saved my life. So from here to the hospital we went to is about 20 minutes. And by the time I got there, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see. So that was fun. So my whole life I was scared of bees. And then I want to say I was about 30, I got stung again. And I was waiting. I was waiting and nothing happened. So the doctor told me I more than likely grew out of the allergy. Okay. Good, because I don't have an EpiPen anymore. So I do have friends that are allergic to bees, and they have the EpiPen with them at all times. So, but yeah, that allergic to bee stings is crazy scary. So, like I said, especially for a little kid. And yeah, it was kind of cool because my parents were right there. Yeah. Yeah, big bugs. So, Karen, I spent a year in Georgia. And growing up here, Georgia was the first place I went other than here. So, yeah, there's some big bugs down south. Biggest thing I ever saw was like cockroaches. Big. Yeah. And they're just gross with their little, I mean, I'm not a girly girl that hates bugs, but I prefer not to have them in my living space. And don't get me wrong, where I lived, I did not have them I lived in a camper, or a trailer, I mean. And the trailer next to me, my mom warned me, because I told my mom how bad the roaches were in that house. They were everywhere. And mom's like, don't let that woman in your house. She said, don't be rude about it, but don't let them in your house. And I never did. Like, I would hang out with her, but I would hang out outside because, it's Georgia. It was warm all the time. So I hung out there with her, and I never got roaches in my house. Thank goodness. They even had them at the Burger King that I worked at. But everybody down south was like, oh, yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. If there was cockroaches in a Burger King up here, Yeah, you got it. Well, Karen, I'm glad you told me. Any knowledge about bugs is good for me. I'm fine with earthworms, but other than that, I don't want to play with bugs. I'd prefer not to. And spiders, that's a whole other no thank you. That is a whole other no thank you. Yeah, so I can remember, now I won't get into I got roach stories and they're gross, but anyway, living down south got me, oh, it also introduced me. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, your cat's the exterminator. Christina, that's awful. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Oh, that's terrible. And they hurt. I mean, like, you get stung and then it kind of hurts and pulses for, oh, good for you. That's terrible. I was introduced to fire ants in Georgia. I did not know what they were until my husband at the time was in the military and we were having some sort of outdoor picnic. And, you know, I was 19, 20. I'm just standing around at a picnic and all of a sudden my legs were legit on fire. And I looked down and my feet were covered by fire ants. That was not, I ended up in the emergency room from, you know, because there was just so many. Colorado, the bugs aren't as bad. Yeah. Yeah. We have different bugs up north. Not as bad. Oh, I love Alabama. Well, see, we're preparing you, Lisa, for South living. Lots of cool bugs. Lots of cool bugs. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's I mean, each place has its own thing, right? Like the desert has snakes. My brother said he found a snake in the garden, but I didn't see it. So I'm fine as long as I don't see it. Because he's got tarps down. And he said when he first lifted the tarps, yeah, I don't love buggy wuggies either. He said when he first lifted the tarp, there was a pretty big snake under there. It was a garter snake, but still, it's a snake. No, thank you. No, thank you, please. Yeah, so when I leave here, after I drop Fritzy off, I have to also stop and get my daughter turkey subs and Lay's potato chips. Now, it's a thing. You got to have Lay's potato chips with a turkey sub or a tuna sandwich. Yeah. So the snakes were hiding. Yeah, so turkey sandwich, lettuce, mayo, cheese, and Lay's potato chips, and I'm bringing them for her for lunch. I'm also excited. I'm going to surprise her. I'm going to give her a little bit of money and say, go get your toes done or go do something. She needs a break. She needs to be just her for a bit, you know? She'll never be just her again, obviously. She's a mom now. But she needs a few minutes to have loud music in her car, drive wherever she wants, and let me play with that baby. I want to play with that baby. So give me some grandma time. I'm going to leave this here. I have a rug actually in my bathroom. You see. A 5-pound spider. Christina, that makes me want to cry just thinking about it. Sorry, I'll show you the rug in a minute. Are you just exaggerating, like saying I could take a 5-pound spider, or have you seen? Sorry, spiders stop me in my tracks. I can't. I heard that over, like I had some friends that in the military and they went over to the desert, to the Middle East, and they say camel spiders. Look at, I don't even know if I can even talk about it. There's this. No, thank you. So I'd prefer none of that. I don't want mice. I don't want snakes. I don't want spiders. I like puppies and birds and flowers. You do like spiders? My niece has a pet tarantula. I told her, do not bring it here. Really? Christina, I wish I could at least get over my, I can't even look at them. It's something about the way their legs all go. Even crabs, I can't look at crabs either. They show that there's because I watch a lot of nature shows, and there's a thing where they do migrations, and it shows all those, what kind of crabs are they? They're the little red ones. And it shows them migrating, and there's millions of them, like they close down the roads and this and that. I can't even watch them because they have 8 legs and they look like spiders to me. So I can't, I wish I didn't have it, but I can't. I even went, one of my friends is a hypnotist, and I tried to have her hypnotize me. Yeah, I just can't. I try, but I can't. Funny thing is, I don't mind centipedes or millipedes, but if it's got 8 legs, man, I'm freaking out, and I don't understand it. It's not okay. I don't like, you're like that with snakes. So you get it. It's just a different, I mean, I can at least look at a snake. I can look at a mouse. I'd rather not touch them, but they don't freak me out the way a spider does. Funny story. As you know by now, it was just my daughter and I when I was raising her. And, ooh, no, that's terrible. So my daughter and I are looking to buy a house. I finally got to the point where, you know what, I'm going to buy a house. Here we go. So my daughter and I, in and out of all these houses, and we get into this one house and we loved it. Oh my goodness, perfect, beautiful, da 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 da. And we get to this one room and there was a spider. And I mean, he was, I don't know, he was probably about as big as this. My daughter and I looked at each other and went, nope. We walked out and we didn't buy that. A spider literally stopped us from buying a house. We got a really great one, a great house afterwards, but that spider legit stopped us from buying that house. It's still a funny story for the two of us now. We're like, remember when we didn't buy a house because of a spider? Yeah, that happened. That's what happens when, you know, you're a kid raising a kid, right? I was very young. She and I grew up well together. So up here in the north, we have those brown recluse spiders. Those are pretty nasty. I know a woman that lost like a chunk of her leg from it. The chunk of her leg being like her whole butt cheek. The best part of that story is the woman that did it, she was a restaurant owner. And Mr. Fortunate and I were in there having breakfast, and she decided to come tell us about it. I got bit by a brown recluse and my butt's gone. And I'm like, nope, nope. We're having pancakes here. We don't need to hear about that. Oh, people are funny. But you know what? When you go through something that traumatic, I guess you just want to share it with everybody that you were strong enough to get through. I know, Karen, right? She's the owner of the restaurant, and she comes out telling all of her customers that she got bit in the butt by a spider. And then what happened after that? Yeah, I hear it's pretty bad stuff. So now I'm terrified. Not only do I hate looking at them, now I'm terrified. The other day there was one in my bed. I almost had to move. And even daddy long legs, I don't like them either. I don't. I know everybody like, oh, they're harmless. They still have 8 legs, and they're tall, and they walk. No, thank you. No, thank you, please. That song, I don't like spiders and snakes. I don't like any of that stuff. I don't mind frogs. I'd prefer not to touch them, but they're cute. If if the kids are around and I see a frog, I'll pick it up and show the kids, but I'd prefer not to go play with them. So my brother has us go out and catch frogs for him. He transfers them from one pond to another. I don't know why. My brother asked me to do it, so I do it. He gives the kids a bucket for summer and sends them out to catch grasshoppers so we can feed the fish in the pond. He loves it. Somebody asked him the other day, do you fish in that pond? I'm like, he's named all of them. He's not fishing in that pond. Those are his pets now. Yeah, the brown, yeah, they are dangerous. That's in your plants. That's give us wart. Exactly, Karen. Exactly. If you hold a toad, it'll give you a wart. Yeah. Sorry, I keep itching. I think I got a sunburn on my forehead. I think that's why I'm itching. But yeah, so yeah, the brown recluse, I hear it's really bad. And I feel bad for that woman, but that's not a story I want to hear over my pancakes. Christina, I have a rule that if I see a spider while I'm gardening, I just move away and let it go away. I will not kill a spider outside. But if a spider's in my living space, I'm not the type to catch it and bring it outside either. So you put them in your plants outside or inside? I mean, I wouldn't put them inside. There's actually a bee trying to get in here right now. Fritz is watching him very intently. You can see his little face. He's like, he doesn't know what it is. I get that, Karen, and I fully support that decision. I fully support that decision. Yeah. Yeah, they're too dangerous. Well, that's good, Christina. Well, there was a time when there were, I think it was bananas or grapes. I don't know which, but there were black widow spiders found in them in the grocery stores. I'm talking years and years ago. Okay. Fritz, that'll do. He hears Uncle Al. Fritz, go around. Go around. Go around. That means get down your steps. No, you're not going out, but you can go around so you're not jumping on the bed. He hears Uncle Al and thinks that he's going to let the dogs out, which he's not. He doesn't realize we're leaving in a little bit. Such is camp life, right? Yeah, so I want to say, I'm trying to think of the year. It might have been like 2000 or 2002, somewhere around in there. And it was a recall. I want to say it was grapes. Something that's bunched together, because I can remember, there goes Al. I can remember that I want to say it was grapes. It was grapes, right? Yeah. And it was a recall because the spiders were in the grapes. So now every time I buy grapes, I'm like, I mean, I didn't see one, but I don't want to chance that, I don't want to be like, oh, look, there's a spider. No, thank you. So I wash them real good. Oh, sorry. He should be quiet now because Uncle Al left and nobody's around and the dogs will be quiet. So he should be quiet now. Sorry. Sorry, Toby. Fritzy, you're making Toby bark. Cut it out. Go get your stick. He loves it here. Because at the river, I don't let him run. Well, because of eagles, because of the river, because of the neighbors, all of that stuff. Look, and the reason I say because of the neighbors is because they're driving up and down the road and they don't expect to look for him. So I won't let him out without me, or, a lead, or in his I made him a fenced-in yard because I'm not going to chance that. So, getting back to my story about this yarn. If you look, see if I can see it on the floor right there. I made a little rug from that yarn. Come here. Sometimes I'll talk to my Alexa. I can't say her name because she'll answer. But I talk to her and set other people's off too. Oh, he's 10 pounds. Yeah, Fritz is 11 last time I had him weighed. So he's 11 pounds. He's just disgusted with me at the moment. He's like, you could open the door. I could go out. Actually, I could open it right now if he wants to go out. Here, nobody's around, so you can go out now. You want to go out? Go on. I'll leave the door open in case you want to come back in. Yeah, he can go out and be Mr. Tough. I can see him from here, and all the cars are gone, so it's just me. It's kind of fun when it's just me here. Just kind of listen to all the birds and everything. There's so many. So many. Your dog is next to you snoring, Barb. And you said Toby is a pug or a bulldog? Something, right? Toby's a bulldog? Little miniature bulldog. But, see, I'm just a worrywart mom. That's all I am. I'm just a worrywart. But, yeah, I'm really happy with how I have the camper set up. So when I walk in... Oh, cute. A multi-poo. Somehow anything with the word poo at the end is adorable, I'm sure. I like walking in here and just having everything upset, no, you know, it's kind of nice because I know when I go home, I've got a mess waiting for me because, you know. Yeah, Karen, my cat was 26 pounds. I put him on a diet and he was not happy with it. But now he's only about 14 pounds and he looks perfect. Yeah, it's adorable when the animals snore. It really is cute. Sometimes Fritz will do it too. Yeah, Fritz or Stuart was huge, 26 pounds. And I mean, it wasn't healthy for him, but we were just leaving the food down. He was just gorging himself whenever he was bored. So when I got Fritzy, I couldn't let him just gorge on the food, you know? So I picked the cat food up and said, all right, everybody gets fed twice a day. And they've been doing good. They've been doing really good with it. So, ow. Oh, I got a bug bite. Yeah, he's huge. Not anymore, but he's huge. And then we have Willie, who's all hair. So he's skinny, but looks huge because he's super long hair. So, and they're older. I mean, they're 16 or 17. So that's pretty old. Yeah, I put the bowl away. Oh, that bee got in here. That's all right. I'll take care of them before I leave. I'll shoo them out. I've got a tennis racket in here that I shoo them out with. Oh, yeah, he's zooming right by me. You'll probably see him. That's pretty funny. Well, I leave the door open so Fritz can get in and out. So, oh, boy. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to get myself going. I got a million things running around to do. Yeah. Christy. That is absolutely the truth. I will give you an amen on that one. Yeah. Yeah. When a man snores, it's like, really? Roll over. Oh my goodness, that's funny. All right, I got to chase this bee out of here. He's zooming around my head. And I got a million things to run around and do today. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you just missed it. I'm sorry, Sugar. I was just about to leave. We have fun just hanging out. I know it's not a full hour, and I'm sorry, but I got a million things to do. And God bless everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for having coffee with me this morning. I absolutely love it. So we will be doing live at least Saturday, Sunday, Monday from now on, as long as you guys like it. Great. You guys have a great day. Remember, as always, be happy, be kind, and be creative. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, live tomorrow, 7 p.m., we're going to make this beautiful Granny Square. I'll see you guys there. What is, oh, be there or be square. Haha. Come on. Give me a little. Come on. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day.